mix that up with Monkey Freedom Fighters. We'll try to keep it straight for now. Monkey Business coming in on a 9 out of 10 game winning streak here. They've basically been undefeated through the past 10. Funnick will be your offlane Clockwork. Dendy starts with the early point and Exhort here. Maybe we'll see some quick Sunstrikes. Saniko on the Rubik. Havos going to be playing the Slark, and that leaves PSM on the Ancient Apparition, the new captain and drafter for the team. Apparently a rather strict guy, and on the side of Monkey Business, you've got Miracle, the hot new kid in the mid lane on Ember Spirit. How appropriate. Fly going to be playing that support Lina. It will be Moon in the off lane as the Nature's Prophet. Crit on the Aya, who has de-warded once here, but hasn't actually found the ward in the trees. And Big Daddy No Tail on the Tiny. So they've gone for the double block. Oh, no, one rune ward, one block, it looks like. Does this one block?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So it's like a block that also sees a little bit of the river. That's cool.
Yeah, you can get a little bit of vision up the ramp too, which is pretty useful because some players sit there while they wait for the rune.
So early on, the offlane Nature's Prophet up against a tri-lane here, but Havosta's taking some heavy harassment. Moon going for the Arena Protection first. Looks like he's kind of auto-attacking to push the lane. And gets that quick level 2. Closing it on 3 already, so they are not really zoning him out very much.
The treants are just very difficult to deal with as any hero, it looks like.
Uh-oh. Fly wants a courier. And he's gonna find it. Say goodbye to your Dusky the Husky. Pow! Gets it.
It's an early Alacrity build for Invoker.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
I mean, it's really cheap in terms of mana cost right now, 45 seconds, but he doesn't have any sustain with no quass at all, which will severely weaken his laning phase, especially once Miracle gets his bottle.
Miracle is going to have his bottle here, and of course, as for poor Dendy, no courier, so he can't really rely on that regen being ferried from base. And to make matters worse, Fly is going to secure the bottom regen rune, so Miracle will have a lot of extra sustain available in this lane early on. Not the easiest way to start the game for the old Dendymon, and he's even leveling up the Wex here.
Moon.
So, getting caught out top lane. There's an initial lift into a pounce. The follow-up chilling touch is there, and Davos needs one more auto attack to get the job done. The Rubik will secure the last hit. Soneko gets on the board now, making the score 2-0, favoring NaVi.
I don't even think Rubik smoked there. It looked like Moon was very, very busy controlling his treants and didn't notice the Rubik coming out from the river.
Yeah, they still have 2 smokes available in the shop, so they did not use one. And they still have not been able to de-ward this one, Ben.
Yeah,
he actually has a tango to eat the tree.
You don't usually expect it to be right there, because it could be, I don't know, on the top side, like right where. Crit.
Crit, not having a great time here bottom lane, but he's got the regen rune, so fortunately for him and Big Daddy, we'll be able to heal right back up to full HP.
They need to go on a tree killing spree. Oh, Moon.
Oh, Moon, baby. This is not good. The chilling touch, cold feet combination works its magic, and NaVi now level 3 on both supports. And they're busy pulling in this safe lane, so leaving Havost mostly to his own devices. Cracks level 4 early on. NaVi able to really stay on this one thanks to the kills. Otherwise, Monkey Business was in the lead as far as the farming department goes, but that will keep things nice and even.
Yeah, they actually really sacrificed a lot on the AA. He started off with 6 tangos and had to buy like all the support items so Rubik could get his boots, and he was able to get a couple of lifts because of his boots, and now the supports are in a fine position. That first kill really helped them out a lot.
So it looks like it was a value point, Exort, as Denny does take a point in quass now. Getting caught out here mid by Miracle. Has the Flame Guard available, but not opting to pop it there. It's really doing well in this mid lane, though. 18-2, and it seems Invoker, even against a melee hero, the struggle will continue. Toss up, but Funnick very tanky. Cogging back Big Daddy No. They get off the lift, dragging him towards the tower. Battery assault's going, but it's only level 1. Not a whole lot of firepower from this. This is level 2 rocket, but unable to finish anyone off, and now Crit will continue bottling Big Daddy No Tail back up. Meanwhile, mid lane, Miracle getting aggressive on Dendy, who has managed to complete the phase boots now, so a little more mobility for him. No points yet in that Sleight of Fist.
I'm a little worried for Dendy. I think coming up in the mid game, he won't have that many levels of Quas, which is your survivability orb. And Tornado is decent, but you're going to have people coming on you from all sides. Ember Spirit with his Remnant, like Tiny Wisp with their high move speed, and potentially a Nature's Prophet TPing in from behind. So it's good if you know which angle they're going to be approaching from, but I think the fights are going to be a little bit too crazy for him to get a really good one off. And he's like their main controller in the fight, aside from Clockwork.
So looking at what's going on here in the rain jungle, they have moved the Nature's Prophet back to the woods, Ben, and also they have a triple stack here mid, so even though they were unable to deward either of their camps, they at least are getting that one stack going for the Tiny early on, or possibly the Ember for that matter. But not that crazy like triple stack and multiple camps that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, so it looks like just a one level of Exort early from Dendi. I thought it was going to be like a full-blown Quas Exort.
Oh, they got the Tornado here. Got to be careful, Miracle. Not very tanky as the Cold Snap comes through. They could have gotten him if they committed a little more, but now Dendi on the way out. The toss going to throw the creep up in the air, fortunately, and Dendi will be able to walk away, forcing the rotation as Havos dives in with rotating top as well. Might be able to get a double kill here. Havos popping the ultimate, though. Has a pounce soon. Has the Mango if he wants to commit. Havos not wanting to commit. That is not the Havos that I'm used to seeing, but tries to worm his way through the trees here. The Treant's looking to scout him out, has one pounce, and it's going to just go ahead and hop away towards safety.
And
but not safe yet. Is he? Is he? They'll let him go.
I was wondering if he was going to build a Midas too. It looked like he was saving up a lot of gold, but looking to get a lot more aggressively early. See a MPTP. Looks like they were trying to make a move on Funnick, but that's not happening.
Very even here early on. We do see the Tiny opting for an early reign of Basilius, Big Daddy into the Treads as well as Bracer. As far as overall game plan goes, Ben, how do you see these two teams stacking up here? We hit the 7-minute mark, so laning stage kind of wrapping up in the near future. What do you expect from each team?
And once Ember hits 7 and finishes stack, I think he's going to just be far more aggressive. They have a lot of mobility on their team with 3/4 of the heroes with relocate, and I think they really need to utilize that, or else Slark is going to have a lot of control of the map because he's getting pretty good farm right now, as well as a couple of kills on Nature's Prophet, so he has an uncontested lane at the moment. And Invoker has an inherent weakness in that he has no blink or repositioning tool versus the Tiny Wisp. But if they don't gank, it doesn't really matter that much. And he can go for early blink or force or whatever it may be, even Mules or a move speed build with drums.
Hello, Funnick. Avalanche toss coming through and is on a creep again, but with one more club of that little rock fist, Big Daddy Nota will secure the kill. Now crack level 6, crit, almost has the relocate, just one level to go for him as well, as we see Fly in the mid lane, being pursued by Seneko, but a ward will scout him out, and now they look for the turnaround. Miracle jumping in with the Spirit, has the Flame Guard in 3 seconds, doesn't even need it, just slices up that pesky little Rubik. Now Big Daddy Nota, all of a sudden, monkey business just running around all over the place. Dendi barely goes walking away. Can the Spirits finish him off? Yes, they can. Crit. Slashes him down. Very nicely done there. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Funnick, getting aggressive on Moon, who somehow gets pushed out of the cogs by a Sprout, it looked like. Some sort of weird available area issue. I'm not sure what was going on with that one, but hey, he gets out. Moon's going to be happy. Fly might not be, though. Rocket hits him. Not going to shatter, it looks like.
Wow, Funnick was 1 hit away from dying. 8 HP after the combo from Big Daddy.
Oh, wow. 14 health. So, monkey business. It's like they hit the kill switch. All of a sudden, they had 4 kills. They take the mid tower. They are right back in this one. And
a lot of it is because they've been able to dodge the mid ganks. Miracle's positioning has been really, really good, and his awareness is really good as to where the supports are. And they
have a good ward as well.
Yeah, and they're really fast about TPing. Like, all these things add up. And NaVi, they've made, I think, 2 moves on the mid lane, and both of them have been repelled, one of them ending up in a kill and a tower.
That's an early tower. The power of the Nature's Prophet, you know? Hero that we haven't seen in a while. He's back, and this is with Moon not having the easiest time in the offlane to start. 1 and 3, but he's already level 7 at 9 minutes in.
I think his playstyle is actually really suited for this patch. It's a lot of early fighting, and then being able to transition into a tower is a thing that a lot of heroes struggle with. Like Ember, for example, is just terrible at pushing. But Nature's Prophet augments that capability for his team.
So it looks like probably will be the Midas here for Dendi. And he's got the value point in Sunstrike right now.
I think they're banking on a mid game that's a little bit quiet, I think, with the Midas, but I don't think it's going to be quiet at all, especially with what just happened. It's like, okay, you give up a kill, you're going to give up a tower, and AA was level 6 at the time, and he is just like super vulnerable. Generally, you can like split push out lanes while your teammates do stuff, but even like a Nature's Prophet can pose a lot of threat to him, and that's without the relocate. Fly is a decently big liability right now, but he hasn't died yet, and he's been trying to safely leech XP in the mid lane, so that's pretty good.
I want to say the biggest liability here is your bootsless Ancient Apparition rushing a naked Midas right now.
I mean,
but he is level 6.
He's protected by Havost right now, so if he gets his Midas like before Havost leaves the lane, then I think it's okay. I don't know what Slark's gonna go though. Shadowblade is decent, I would say, for this kind of game, so you can just pick off the Wisp all the time. But if Tiny goes like a Blink Dagger, then Slark's gonna die because he has no HP ever.
Ice Blast coming off cooldown in 10 seconds here. NaVi will continue their siege top lane. Let's see who gets the last hit. It will be PSM trying for it, but Havost will be the one to grab it. So, still going to wait a little bit longer for that Midas. He is close, though. The Ice Blast comes in top lane. Moon got to be careful. Havost looking for the pounce in. Can he get the range for it? He shoots. He misses. And now he's going to pay with the Sprout. Just quelling his way out of that. It will back off. Now our rocket. Nowhere close.
Budek's been unable to get involved in fights. They have to start comboing, I think, the AA ult with the hook shot, so they can actually nail some kills and kind of limit Monkey Business's mid game. Their early game was not that great because of the first blood as well as all the block camps that they had, but now the camps are unblocked. Now Nature's Prophet has been involved in some kills around the map, so they've kind of made up for that.
Yeah, and they have been pulling ahead a bit in that farm department as well. 42 CS on the offlane Prophet, some of it jungle, but even Big Daddy staying atop the Slark by a few CS as we see Miracle confident in the mid lane to go in very deep here. There's just not a whole lot of lockdown for an Ember Spirit at this stage.
Yeah, Invoker is just not very good at being able to control him at all.
Phonic getting caught out here. Tornado comes through and Miracle just zips away. Seems like until they get a Hex, they're going to have a lot of trouble killing him. Or maybe an Orchid.
Yeah, Orchid would have been really good. This is why I'm just like not completely sold on Denny's build yet. He is 3-3-1 in terms of his orbs, but with the Midas, he's just not going to be able to solo kill anyone for a really long time. Or even control the Ember Spirit. Cold Snap, not that great.
Meanwhile, you see Monkey Business gearing up to fight a lot here. The drums out on the Tiny, the Ember Spirit. Early Aquila, maybe going towards the BOTs. Dendi will catch him again with the Tornado. Follow-up hook shot is available, but Phonic just kind of taunts him with it, knowing that it probably won't lead to anything more. No,
Miracle's doing a really good job of just like getting vision on their heroes. He's like, okay, if you guys aren't going to come out here, I'm just going to push the T2. And then once the heroes show up on the map and trying to repel him, he just walks away or remnants away, and then they pressure to other lanes. And a smoke comes out. Fly
out a bit too far here. Suniko gets the lift, drop him right down. The Cogs push him up into a very awkward crevice. And now he may be able to TP out. They'll have to hook to prevent this. Fly trapped out, turns with the Laguna and blows up Havost, not respecting Alina's damage output. Remember, the Laguna Blade is the same as ever at level 1. Ends up getting the kill. Now they relocate, trying to turn this on PSM. Straight to the top lane as he shoots the Ice Blast bottom. But now you see them, now you don't. They're actually across the world. Continue pushing. Moon did get the tower bottom, got the last hit. So everything has its cost here for NaVi. Nothing coming freely. In fact, it may be 2 towers early on. Have the jump charge if they need it. Rocket comes in looking for the lift from Suneko, who has managed to steal a toss. Probably wants that toss back if at all possible. Getting closer, can't get in range. The tower is in deny range already. I've not seen a push this early and like this in a long time.
Funix also still stuck on top. Everything's just happening way too slowly for NaVi. Invoker is not getting enough farm. Slark is also not transitioning well out of his early laning phase, especially with that one death. He would have a Shadow Blade right now if it weren't for that death. And the Rubik AA has just cooled off greatly after securing a couple of kills. Yeah.
I like that. So they do get their double Midas, Ben, but I mean, is that going to be enough?
I highly doubt it. Ember Spirit is like super aggressive now, and they have BOT, so their uptime in fights is incredibly high.
Miracle running in deep. PSM, he just got this delicious Midas. I'm burning. Somebody help me, but the Flame Guard will wear off. Pops the Sleight of Fist there, Cold Feet, not even going to proc. Well, so much for your Midas. He'll still sit on 200 gold after the death.
Oh, Dendy.
He's in pretty far here. Doesn't have Ghostwalk invoked. Avatos wouldn't matter. No chance to do anything. As Moon hunts for the courier. Moon also going aggressive. He's built towards the Oblivion staff.
Like
really Orchid.
At this point, Clockwork can't really hookshot in. He's just gonna get obliterated if he does. And even then, he only has a couple of targets he can actually cast it on.
Just seems like maybe their greed, Monkey Business have seen this greed of NaVi, the double Midas, the passive play early on, and they're looking to punish it.
The lineup.
The draft. Well, not being aided at all by the item selection. But if they can hang on here, this may pay off for NaVi a bit later.
Yeah, so now they have the Shadow Blade on Slark, so that's another tool that they can use to combo with the Ice Blast, but we still really haven't seen that many combos with Ancient Apparition. The last one was like a Desperation one after he got caught out by the Invis Ember Spirit, and still no hookshot into Ice Blast into a Sunstrike, for example, although it's only level 1 Exhort, so not the best.
You see Fly here roaming around the trees, not sure if he's alone. The hookshot's actually going to miss, but that's okay. Havos will get the job done from behind.
Yeah, you're still having 3 heroes that are massive in terms of the damage output. Big Daddy actually going for a Shadow Blade build. I actually like the Shadow Blade build a lot, but versus a lot of blinkers, it's not that great. But luckily for him, NaVi have no blinks.
Luckily for them, PSM is food. Just gets stunked in the mid lane. Big Daddy No-Tail finding another kill, and PSM still at 200 gold. Not able to complete those boots yet. It seems like they may need to start buying some sentry wards here.
Yeah, they have to buy sentry wards. They have to buy some sort of control item for the Ember Spirit. Like, there's so many things that they just need that the Midases can't really offer them until way later in the game.
Oh, now it's Miracle's turn to go in quite far here. Finds Dendy, has a double damage rune. Tornado already used, and so now Miracle will jump in even deeper for this. Dendy goes walking away. Havos getting on top of him.
They know they can't kill him.
Meanwhile, Seneko also being hunted around the map. The monkeys are the predators here. This is more like Planet of the Apes. Just watching the puny humans getting massacred everywhere they turn. Maybe Moon will be the trade, though, as Dendy gets caught out. But no trades come for free. Miracle now jumping in, still fighting the kill. A 2-for-1 around the map. Funnick, no mana for the hook shot, trying to toggle those treads. Can get in range here, just has the hook now, but Miracle, oh, he misses. Miracle gonna try to Sleight of Fist, actually going back in for this one. Chasing after Funnick, pushed back by the cogs, beautiful play. Funnick will end up getting the kill.
Aggressive.
I thought he was gonna jump down to that Spirit, but then he's like, oh, I can actually turn this one around, and then Big Daddy No-Tail comes in, he'll clean up Havos, so. I mean, everywhere you turn, there's a monkey running around just rabid as all hell, viciously slaughtering someone.
And pushing down all your towers.
Yeah, they're really exploiting NaVi here.
They're so poor. Look at Rubik's.
It's funny because they're the team that went double Midas, but you wouldn't know it from the net worth. Down 7,500 gold already. Ice Blast coming in. Tornado will catch out the IO. And debuffs crit, but he manages to tether back a bit further. Looks like he should survive this. Fly perhaps not so lucky. Turning Laguna. There's the BOTs in. That creep will get killed off.
That's what the Midas is good for.
Yeah, nice play by Dendy. The counter to the BOT Ember.
And he stole Laguna.
Ooh.
It's a nice pick-me-up.
Could be nice.
I mean, they just have so much damage to deal, though. Tiny has like 1,600 HP. That is really tough. They have to get an AA ult on him if they have any hopes of bursting him down.
And they want to move on mid again. They see Havost here. They see on power treads. He's going to Shadowblade back. You can see the threat he feels he's under. This is freeing up Moon elsewhere. Look, working still towards the Orchid. Has 2 components for the second Oblivion Staff. Does actually have the recipe here, more or less. Havost pouncing in the hook shot. Oh, the Cog's there to block it. Moon almost makes it out in the end, but not quite able to. Barely pushing him back. And we'll end up getting the successful kill.
He had great positioning for that particular engage. Oh, Dendy.
Leave me alone. He's running. Do they have any detection here? There's a dust on Moon, but he's dead, so looks like Dendy should make it out for the moment. Meanwhile, Havost also backing out, and Big Daddy No Tail, he goes past Dendy to the backline Rubik, dunking him and finishing him off. Now the Ice Blast, turnaround potential. But Dendy has Alacrity and Ghost Walk invoked, so absolutely no way to follow this one up. It's getting close to that Max Wax, finally.
Yeah, I mean, what does Max Wax actually do here? He can't really land a Tornado EMP on anyone, and he really needs to be able to deal with these like melee heroes in his face, but no control for Ember and not enough damage for Tiny. It's a slightly big problem that they have on their hands.
I feel like, yeah, that was a bit of an understatement there. And it's an interesting build from Big Daddy, because it does really delay your Ags a lot, but he's put so much pressure on the cores that it feels like it's almost paid off for itself.
When you have a Tiny on your team, you don't really care about the other team outscaling you just because you have Tiny Wisp. There's very few combinations of heroes that can outscale a Wisp Tiny by a significant amount. So as long as you keep up in farm, which Shadowblade can definitely do because you're limiting an opponent's farm, then it's fine. It's fine and dandy.
And again, we see Miracle just can pretty much go wherever he wants. Bottom lane, gets caught out, just jumps away to the Remnant. Now TP's back. As soon as they think they've removed him from the lane, he's already returned. Full HP, ready to fight again. Drum's now complete. So, it's also going to delay his farming item if he goes for the Battle Fury, but...
I mean, they just have almost no chance of being able to push towers, though, at any point in the game, which I think is really, really daunting for them.
Well, they certainly know there's a ward here now. Can they do anything about it, though?
They are smoked, so Nico, Funnick, and PSM, the crew.
Yeah, this crew has been a beleaguered bunch as of late, but looks like they may be able to get a catch out here. Dendy on the scout. Monkey Business moving down. They will break the PSM smoke. Another missed hook shot from Funnick. Really having a rough time of it. Can Crit even be brought down solo by Dendy? Trying to Glimmer Cape back to safety. Looks like he will make it out for now. They got to kill off the Sio. Tethering back even further. Funnick finally catching him. Another missed pounce. Come on, NaVi. You got to finish the job here. Crit still alive. Just the creep tether keeping him safe. Can they finally bring down that pesky Io? You betcha. But man, they had to work way too hard for that. Soneko now also being pursued out. The chains come through. Miracle may finish him off here. Doesn't have the flank guard. Has a Remnant. Jumps back, but not in time. Will escape successfully as Moon. Meanwhile, bottom trapped, caught by the teleport, or by the tornado rather, but just immediately continues the TP after he comes down, and this time he will make it out.
They almost didn't kill the Wisp. He had his Glimmer Cape up.
Man, the Glimmer Cape and the multiple missed spells. It's NaVi really struggling here to land the skill shots. Can they catch Big Daddy? They will lift him up, drop him back into an Ice Blast. There is a relocate available, but no Wisp remotely inside. Big Daddy in so deep. Does get the Soneko kill. Plays with his life, though. And it's only for a support Rubik here, so... Well, Moon joining the fray. This time, the hook's on the mark. It's a great catch fly in the middle of it as well. Havost going to work again. Laguna, but able to survive through it. And now the Tiny Io arrives, fighting back on the Tiny, re-engaging. Havost, what the hell? I just killed him! But he's back already. And Big Daddy, very angry. Quick, decisive triple kill. Monkey Business. Very decisive there. And they will end up coming out on top when the dust settles, even through the buyback.
I mean, looking at his gold, it doesn't look like he bought back. He has Scepter and all these attack speed items.
Another 900 all of a sudden.
He's super fat.
Yeah, looked pretty bad there for a moment, but...
Is this a
return
return of Tiny Wisp Arrow?
Did you miss it?
It depends.
I like this style of Tiny IO. To like stack your jungle for 30 minutes and come out with 5 items and rat all day. I'm not sure. But definitely liking this aggression for Big Daddy. 10-2 and 2 at 23 minutes.
I think Wisp can still be taken advantage of, especially with Undying being decent.
Man, Miracle, he's in far. He really wants the Sonico kill. Get it with the Sleight of Fist. Now you see me. Now you don't. This guy's turning into Houdini on the Ember Spirit. 4-1 and 6, and that's with 5 heroes trying desperately to stop him.
Yeah, he just went okay, you guys can't kill me, so I'm just gonna play you like a fiddle with my items. He has Blink Dagger at this point too. You can just slight after slight and then blink out. You don't even need to use Remnant.
He couldn't get off that extra auto attack from the Shadow Blade, and looks like he probably needs it to get the kill. His crit will glimmer up, quickly tethers away, doesn't make it out safely. And this is cue for Monkey to just flip push. They're gonna rat it up top lane. Relocate immediately comes through, and making the better movements here on the map, completely finagling superior position out of NaVi. It feels like Navi's just chasing them around.
Miracle's going for solo kills.
No, finds PSM here as well. And how do you punish this? There's no Basher, there's no Hex, there's not even an Orchid yet. They got absolutely nothing. I feel like the question is almost, can Navi hold high ground at this point, because they're not leaving their base very much.
Can they hold Roche, I suppose? With the AA ults, maybe Icy Vortex on the high ground. It's stretching. I'm still not terribly sure what the Sark pick was trying to do. I thought they were going to aggro, and I was like, okay, that's a decent game plan. Wisp, Lina, and Tiny's not that strong of a lane, and you can contest with Rubik AA +1, but they didn't really contest at the start, and then they tried to play this farming game when Monkey has a very mobile and aggressive lineup, which is really good at punishing greedy lineups that try and outfarm you.
Yeah, I do see Dendy here in the mid lane. Alacrity thrown onto the old Carl. But Avalanche Toss is... Oh, there you go. Ghost Fox makes it out. Another successful escape for Dendy. But I feel like a lot of their successes are escapes right now, and it's not really what you're hoping for in the Navi shoes.
Okay, look at where Miracle is.
This is just ridiculous. Oh, they're gonna get him though. Cod's nice. Pushing him back. Finally, he'll be punished. I mean, still he's diving at tier 4 and he gets the kill, but Navi gonna be happy with their 800 gold, 900 experience swing. Miracle slightly overestimating his limits.
Havos got Orchided up.
Well, Dendy's here as well. The Bash Bros are in town. No Tornado. Do they have the vision for a Cold Snap? Barely getting it. Good job there by Dendy, just peeking between the trees. But the tiny IO turnaround is coming. Dendy force staffing, running for all he's worth. Can he TP out? Nope. Can't do anything but get destroyed. His Monkey Business retaliate. A 3-for-1 there, it looks like.
They almost sniped Nature's Prophet with a rocket, though. Valiant attempt.
Even if you get that kill, though, yeesh.
Well, your question is posed right now. Can Navi hold high ground?
It's a completed Shadow Blade on Big Daddy No Tail. Or, sorry, Silver Edge. Thinking Silver Edge saying Shadow Blade. And he's using it to move in even deeper, trying to dive his way towards Sonico. Ice Blast will come through. He may get caught by this one. Hook shot's there as well, and it will prevent him from regenning as he retreats out. Funnick, though, surrounded by 4 heroes. Sleight of Fist coming through, finishing off Moon. Can Funnick get that extra kill and crit? Rocket. Do they have any follow-up nukes from the Rubik? Sleight of Fist, that might do it. Urn's going to bring crit very low. Almost enough, but he gets the positive Urn off, so he will be able to save himself. And Tornado, also missing. No TP. He's got the Glimmer Cape, has another Urn charge. Another negative Urn charge. He could have tried to heal himself again, but wouldn't have mattered. They do manage to find the pick there. Fly also on the run. The big cores do make it out. Tiny safely back home. Miracle, as usual, safely away, and well, Fly maybe not so lucky.
So already we're seeing a lot more force staffs than we would normally. They're playing against a Clockwork though, so that's somewhat to be expected, but on the Dire side we even see 2 of them, so already we see professional teams opting less for Glimmer Cape.
I guess maybe we see more of this with the Solar Crest medallion nerfs, what were the other nerfs on the defensive items? Glimmer got nerfed pretty substantially. Trying to think, was there anything else? Guardian's Greaves got buffed, that doesn't really apply.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I guess Yules, if that's considered a defensive item, but not on supports really. Havost, is he going to be spotted out? They have a reserve reward.
Notel just lumbers down the middle lane. We'll find Denny. The Force Staff able to keep Big Daddy safe, though. Now the Lena Stone coming out. Funnick whiffing another hook, unfortunately. And Big Daddy turns, gives that Silver Edge club in to NaVi, who are caught in the cogs and will be punished for it. Funnick down next. Big Daddy, though, is dropping quickly here. And they've already lost their IO. They're going to lose him as well. So the tiny IO down for the fight. But Miracle looking for the cleanup crew. Orchid there. Saniko, Ghost Scepter, TP. Can he make it out? He does, barely. Back to the well, Saniko will survive. PSM also being hunted. These poor supports like cattle. Good juke by PSM, but not good enough. Chains and a couple last fleeting auto attacks to secure the kill. He killed the tiny IO, it doesn't matter, and now we're going to see the Nature's Prophet Aghanims come into play here. Look for the greater Treants with the reduced base attack time. He's looking to TP, potentially. Saniko getting caught out here. Ghost Scepter again. This time not going to help him against the Wrath of the Tiny. Buybacks start flying out as Slark Havost will look to re-engage here. As the completed Eye of Scotty relocate's going to end, bringing the Tiny IO back and leaving Moon completely on his own. Where'd they go?
Ditched.
Double buyback, but they didn't want to risk the dieback there, so they will play it safe. Miracle is trapped here a bit, though. This could be slight trouble for him. Dendy rejoining the fight, has a Force Staff Tornado off the mark, the blink dodge. Now Big Daddy Notel right back in and looking to finish what he began earlier, but doesn't have the damage to bring down Funnick. Dendy, Ice Blast searching, not going to connect.
I see what you did. Slight trouble.
I'm trying to keep up with you, Ben.
This game is just pretty brutal. NaVi trying to prevent themselves from getting camped inside their high ground and at their T4s.
I'm just watching this. He's just patrolling around their base, blinks in, snipes the range racks, and then right back to where he started mid. It's funny because he doesn't really have any damage items here. Just the Yasha treads, but the Yasha drums, but they can't punish it. It seems. Sleight of fisting. Now, as I say that, maybe he will get punished. Chops and Miracle again a bit overconfident. Will get caught out. Moon will be next here though. Monkey giving up 2 freebies. Now remember, they have yet to take a melee Rax here, only the ranged bottom.
And it's okay, they still have a bit to throw.
That's a 3,500 gold swing. That's about 25% throw. Still 75% to go.
They might give a road for that, though. Emperor does have buyback, he doesn't have any remnants out, but they can summon Nature's Prophet Treants if they want to BOT. And Havost actually has a gem now bought by the Ancient Apparition, so that's actually pretty good for them. Tiny doesn't have a BKB, so he's actually quite vulnerable if he's caught out, unless he gets immediately glimmered, but they've been doing a decent job of controlling the Wisp in team fights.
Now these friggin' Treants get out of the pit, they just want to Roche! Says Havost, but just keep on piling in, and meanwhile the Rat is ramping up top lane. Your Tiny IO, forcing it all the way to the tower. Saneko sits back. By the way, I don't think we mentioned the big stolen Sprout here. Could be a real game changer, Ben.
Do they have any Quellings? Only one on Slark?
Yeah. Sprout's a game-winning spell, man.
Okay, let's see if Havost can make a play here.
He is tough game for the Slark.
Surrounded by 4 people.
And they have Dust. Did they see him? Don't look like it. Meanwhile, mid lane. Oh, Miracle also going to jump away.
They almost have Orchid on Dendy. He is just 400 gold away. So maybe he
32-minute Orchid, but there's no way to debuff this.
This is better late than ever. Well, I mean, he does have 1900 gold. He can easily just buy a Manta style.
Yeah, Big Daddy No Tail sitting meanwhile on 1300, and it looks like I think he's going to be BKB, although the items say owned by nobody. So, not really sure. Yeah, it looks like it is his.
Okay, they've had enough of the throws. It's time for the BKBs. And the smokes.
So BKB, probably the Manta. Orchid will be only really for the backliners. Monkey business. Not looking to give up that Roshan for free here. They want to close this game out. 32 minutes in. Still leading by 10,000 gold.
Funnick's already in a position to fight at Roche, and let's see. Rocket comes out. AA ult is probably going to come out. They have to get out of there.
And we'll clip on Big Daddy, but not on Mr. Fly.
I mean, they still have to worry about Tornado. It's not a good
coming
place.
through. It's on Miracle, pushes him back. Decent zoning cogs, but doesn't lock anybody easy to take down as Big Daddy No Tail will toss Havost up into the air. BKB comes out. Havost trying to get that finishing blow on Fly during the BKB of Big Daddy No Tail. Unable to do so. Now leaps up to the high ground where Fly is waiting for him. Got to be careful not to get caught out here. Meanwhile, Roshan just trying to kill Crit on the cliff. Can't quite reach him, though. He really doesn't like him very much. Tornado, EMP, Miracle. Going to be forced to jump away, but still looking at Havost, who's way in deep here on the backside. Already popped the Dark Pack, trying to retreat out. They catch him with the chain, so they have the detection. Dust is there, and now Havost scrambles frantically. Remember, he's the gem carrier. Use that Quelling Blade, Havost. He can't. He's Avalanche. He's stunned, and he's dead. The gem hits the deck. Dead for 70 seconds. And Crit just proudly congratulates his team from up the cliff. Good job, guys. Good job. Keep it up.
Havost was only like 4 screens away from his team.
Yeah.
With no ulti.
Just Havost things. Unfortunately, he's the gem carrier there. I think that's where it's really painful. So now Monkey Business getting the Roche, getting the Aegis most likely. Is there a hook steal? Are they going to go for this? Tornado coming through? No, nothing of the kind. They will try for the last tick grab, but even that...
Oh, he actually got his hook shot blocked by the Ancient Creeps. Poof. That would have been a 6 steal. That was a well-timed tornado. I actually think he might live there. He can just force that back up.
Instead, all Funix hooking now is creeps. As he will clear out the mid lane. Those have the eggs complete, at least, so... Pretty spammable control here, but...
Yeah, he's actually really farmed.
It feels like he's really farmed, and also just the other cores are really not. Dendy sitting on 1,200 now. Havost... Or 11,000. And then Havost City at 12,000. Relatively poor here.
Rubik's managed to pick up a lot, even though he's been kind of the target for the tiny combo. But now he has a Yules. And a sizable HP pool at that with Max Nullfield. Okay, then we see the Orchid counter. So by the time Denny gets Orchid, it cannot kill Ember Spirit. They still been decently chaining him down with Hookshot and Telekinesis.
And the Cog pushback as well.
What little disables they have.
But it's got to be so perfect to kill Miracle.
Where's the Mega Treants? I don't see any Mega Treants.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't have any yet.
I mean, he just casted it.
It should. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't kill a single creep with it, or even debuff one that then died.
Sounds good on paper.
Yeah, now he's going for the soul booster. So we're gonna see the Octarine.
The suicide at your T4 with Bloodstone in your face.
Bloodstone suicide bombing Nature's Prophet. I don't know. They are gonna find Miracle though. Nice grab by NaVi. We'll finish him off good and quickly.
I mean, Rubik doesn't even have any like mobility items, so Miracle is just playing super cocky now. And
yeah, that's the third punish on him. And I feel like all 3 of them quite avoidable, but I guess he is making space for the team then. Up to a certain point.
Up to a certain point. I mean, they already had that Rax, and it's not like an Ember can solo push the Ember that melee Rax down, so it's... They can group up. Ideally, I would say they actually need a pipe to deal with the AA blast so that no one shatters, but I guess Glimmer is a decent substitute.
And speaking of the AA, Ags is online now. It's a level 2 ultimate, so there's some danger here.
Yeah.
Hockey is Monkey.
And Slark is closing in on BKB, so the 25% throw might just be enough.
Yeah, I really want to see these Mega Treants now that you brought it up. Where are they? Nothing.
I don't know. They seem harder to create than it seems. Much harder, actually.
He's got to have at least one.
Big Daddy tries to make a jump on Havost, but he has a lot of HP.
Tornado. Just stalling here.
They need to be able to, like, pressure, I think, at least 2 lanes constantly. With the mobility that they have, they should ideally be able to push 3. Nature's Prophet in 1, Ember in 1, and Wisp Tiny going to assist whomever a find with the weakest defense. Whichever lane, rather. With the weakest defense, but... Big Daddy trying to right-click down mid. Well, BKB and gets locked down.
There's the hook shot. Still has the Aegis, but with the BKB also popped, his second life's not going to be nearly as scary. Avatar's coming through. Ice Blast. Oh, he's going to connect there on Fly. Now forced back as he popped the Laguna Blade. Havos diving in deep here. Looks like Fly will go down. Big grab from Funnick. Crashing through Big Daddy No Tail as well on the way of the hook shot. We'll get that additional stun. They'll lose the Aegis. Now the Ember. Re-engaging Moon into the fray here. Saneko's trapped out in a very awkward position, but again, the 4-steps NaVi, just a miraculous hold, cracking that Aegis. The bottom lane under siege, though. The Trance are coming in, and they are almost finishing this off.
Do we see Megatrance?
I still don't see any.
So they crack a T3 for Aegis. That is subpar, but passable. It's like a C+.
All right, well, at least they didn't fail.
They didn't fail.
Merlini, you're tough grader, Ben. Let's see. There's no way there hasn't been a single Mega Treant yet. How is that possible?
How big
it's
is
got a 4-second buff. Any creep that dies in 4 seconds, or debuff, it's supposed to make... I think it's bugged. I just saw him kill Creepsmith and...
3 times the health. So we're talking about, what, 1650 health on them?
Yeah, I think it's completely broken, actually. Or maybe it's a spectator glitch.
I don't know. I don't see them. I mean,
I just saw it make some mid, but they're just regular Treants.
Yeah, what happened to greater Treants?
Those things are hard to kill, man.
3 times as much health and damage.
I like how he's doubling down on this as well with the Octarine. So now he's got the reduced cooldown. 45 seconds.
The Permasprout.
Oh, that's true, actually. Permasprout.
Clark no longer has Quelling Blade.
Yeah, I don't know if it quite worked that way. But...
Okay, he just ulted again.
Yeah, it does no longer have the Quelling Blade. You're right.
He's ulted. Do we see any Mega Treants? I don't see any.
I think it must be bugged.
These have 600.
BKB coming out. Ice Blast will connect, finishing off Fly, and now Big Daddy No Tail with a fresh and shiny Moon Shard grab is looking for some additional kills elsewhere. Miracle engaging onto Dandy. Sleight of Fist through. Will connect on Saniko. Can he get out safely this time? Glimmer Cape not enough of those. Trying to commit onto Miracle. Diving in deeper. Leaping as well. Can he finish the job? The ultimate's going to wear off soon. DKB, though, still going strong here. Has the Shadow Blade. Detection. Is there anything? Doesn't look like it, Havost. Finagling back, but all the while, the little rat man finishing the job on the bottom lane. Now No Tail on mid. Monkey now working on the throne. Hell, why not? They're looking for the GG right here, and meanwhile to the top side of the map where Moon has dove in a bit too far and will TP out.
What an escape. That's crazy.
No Ice Blast, so he does make it out. Thought he got debuffed.
Hey, more Treants.
Yeah, it's just making regular ones.
That's definitely bugged.
Fust is just enjoying his free 20 gold. Yum, yum. Nom nom. But it seems the end may be upon NaVi here, Ben. 41 minutes in, down 2 full lanes of Rex.
Yeah, they're even doing a very good job of kiting Big Daddy. He doesn't have that much move speed with no Yasha or SNY.
Now he gets the Dagon, so he's going for the level 5 Dagon here, I imagine.
Gotta get all activatables to make use of your Octarine.
Yeah, get your level 5 Dagon, your Refresher. You'll be in good shape.
That's a lot of Treants. You see them in every single lane?
Yeah, and then plus the ones you're spawning, and they have a reduced cooldown as well.
You don't even need anything to split push anymore.
And you've got the rat, the true king. He's back in action. You know, actually, we're casting Bulldog later. Hopefully Valve will patch the egg so he can really show what it's capable of.
It won't matter for that series. They'll be banned.
That's true.
Okay, they're holding on for dear life now. Only 1 set of racks remaining, and Tiny is, like, very, very farmed at this point.
Sprout comes out of us, just pouncing away, and they got a creep problem here. Just floods of Treants swarming in, constantly going.
Yeah, 45-second
This is just stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter
like tower defense.
that he got 4 stuck on the cliff. There's just an endless flow of little pine trees.
I mean, Valvin, who needs the custom games? We've got tower defense right here in Dota 2. Aegis will be grabbed. Big Daddy has not consumed his moon shards yet, just sitting on it as one of his remaining inventory slots. And this could be the Aegis.
Tower defense. Next level is Refresher Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, get the... Oh, I guess he's leveling up the Dagon first. Going for the pure Zapparino.
There's only so many creeps on the map that you can slay.
They need to, like, constantly... Yeah. I mean, there's limits anyway.
Rubik can spawn treants, so he can spawn more treants. He's gonna give Rubik Force of Nature.
So he needs a refresher here. Refresh those treants. I guess this is where you want to have wards of your own camp so that you can refresh and then ult again for a secondary wave.
Oh,
maximum
Moon! Too many treants. Can't sprout myself. Wow, that's actually an issue now.
That's definitely a first world problem right there. I mean, they can't leave the base. This is just stupid.
Battle Fury Slark. Mjolnir Slark.
I think it's an okay build, honestly. They need to push out.
Get Vlad's.
Look at this. Yeah, 5 new trans stop. There you go. Well, they are gonna find a punish here and fly. Bringing him down. Havos with a good jump in. The IO might be caught out as well. Tornado did clip him, trying to relocate out, but he doesn't make it. Havos snagging a double, and suddenly Big Daddy No Tail pretty far in on his own. Miracle even engaging into this. We'll get silence. Manta's out. The 2-hero vacuum sprout comes through from Moon. Toss up, turn around, hook shot forward. Big Daddy, no more BKB for this fight. Does have the Aegis available though as Dendi gets caught on the backlines. Miracle will finish him off. Funnick now trapped in the Sprout and the Cogs for good measure. That Perma Sprout really in action now. Miracle, stunned. Remnant has one more, does make it out. Havos though still engaging. Wants to finish off Big Daddy for this fight. No Wisp buyback available. They may lose the Tiny once. Do they lose him a second time? Remnant was left
with Craggy.
Swarms of trees. The trees are coming. The Prophet diving the base. Moon going in ever so deep. Finds the double kill. Zapping and tasering everyone down, but won't make it out. Caught by the buyback and of the double buyback of NaVi here, but that's okay. More and more treants. Imagine if these are mega treants, dude. Oh my god. These are the regular ones, and they're still getting the job done. Hook shot, Funnick, desperate stalling tactics here. Deafening Blast won't be enough. Miracle able to jaunt away to the Spirit. I think this game would be over if they were Mega Treants. Got the 1 base attack time.
Those things are awesome. Slark was trying to desperately catch Tiny, but Craggy is pretty darn good at this point in the game. Batcher is, I suppose, decent if you want to lock down your, like, the Slark during BKB. Most people opt for AC just so they can actually damage him. But he, again, he's getting really hard. So I think either like a move speed item or something that they can he can stick you with, like Scotty or Abyssal is fine. That's one of the big downsides of the Shadow Blade build. You get Kite a lot harder in fights.
Oh, Fly. Close call there. Hookshot just barely missing. There's a Courier holding PSM's gem. Proudly scouts things out here for monkey business. Ice Blast coming through. Havos. Ah! I found ya! Now the hook shot from Funnick. He's got another one available. Crit able to tether his way out of this, but Funnick in pursuit. As Sunstrike comes down, Crit narrowly dodging that one. Big Daddy going to work here. Beats down PSM. We'll finish him off. And elsewhere, Dendi caught out a bit. Toss perfectly placed. Will be enough to almost finish him off. Ghostwalk's barely surviving. Suneko trying to finish Miracle here, or at least slow him down as he continues pursuit. Moon engaging with the Dagon, gets the kill. It will finish the job. Funnick glimmering. NaVi desperately trying to hold the line and pounce forward. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Havos gets the kill. Now on to Big Daddy here, who's no BKB available. And Havos does have one, but gets tossed back. Very well done. Big Daddy trying to retreat, and Moon just continuing to clean heroes up on the backside of the fights. And they will... Oh no, he may get caught now. Nature's Prophet all coming through. They will finish off Havos. and get the job done. Onto the throne, NaVi, 5 heroes dead. The swarm is here. An endless barrage of remnants and treants to pile in. And the creep on this day, your towers are not defended.
There's more pine trees than regular treants surrounding the throne. They don't even dance. They're just like little robots. Just gunning for your throne, just homing in on them. They're like minions.
That was ridiculous.
Do they grow bigger when you see the greater treants? I don't really think I've seen them.
Yeah, they're bigger. I'm pretty sure.
They look tiny and unimposing.
They're very underwhelming. Some people are telling me that it's only when you get a hero kill, but it's got the 4-second debuff, and he was ulting every fight, so I don't think we saw one the whole game.
We did not.
All right. With that said, Ben, I guess game 1 in the books here. So interesting strat for Monkey Business, paid off.
Tiny Wisps.
Yeah. Miracle he got away with murder that game. He's like diving heroes at the tier 4s, blinking out, buying back, just all over the place. They barely killed him that game.